95% of you are going to absolutely hate me for what I've got to say in this video, and I really don't care. Because there's two types of people in society, and if you belong to the 95% group, there's a high chance that you're not going to make any money in crypto, and that's probably very upsetting for you. But in this video, I'm going to address the main drama that you're having and the problems that are associated with this very, very dangerous financial market, and tell you how to become part of that 5%. So if you want to be part of that 5%, hit the like button and let's get on with it. So why do only 5% of people make money in cryptocurrency? Well, according to this study back in 2008 from the University of Leeds, scientists believe that they may have found the answer, and with research have shown that humans flock like sheep and birds, subconsciously following the minority of individuals. It takes a minority of just 5% to influence a crowd's direction, and the other 95% will follow without even realizing it. Now guys, I'm aware of the hypocrisy of all this as I'm making YouTube videos and trying to get you to follow my channel. And I'm not saying that listening to other people in the crypto space is bad in any way. I'm just saying that the way that you react to that information can be pretty troublesome. Now before we come to that, I just want to discuss with you the concept of the sheep and the farmer and the dog. For thousands of years, potentially, humans have used dogs to be able to control sheep. Why do they control the sheep? They control the sheep because from the sheep they need produce, whether that be milk, fleeces, whether that be the meat that comes from the sheep. The sheep, however, also need the farmer and the dog because without the farmer, they would run out of food. They'd get themselves stuck on their back without being able to roll back over and potentially dehydrate themselves to death. Which, if you're from the countryside like me, you'll understand is actually true, and sheep can't self-right. Interesting fact of the day. Now, one problem with being a sheep in this pack is that while the sheep are out getting fat and having a good old fun time in the fields and doing what they love to do, now and then they get rounded up and they get their fleeces taken away from them. Or they get fleeced, if you've ever heard that term. Or now and then, once they reach a certain age, maybe they just get taken away and turned into lamb chops and sausages or whatever else. It's a seemingly very happy and easy life for a sheep until the very end when it all goes wrong and things get taken away from them that maybe they didn't want to be taken away from them in the first place. Now in the same analogy, the farmer knows exactly at which points of the year that certain things are going to happen. The farmer has full control over that sheep's life when it comes to whether or not that sheep lives, whether or not that sheep keeps its fleece, etc. And the same is true in cryptocurrency. There is a few big farmers in the game who control everything within the crypto space. And you, effectively the sheep, are controlled by the farmer and his dog. Now the farmer in this case is the likes of BlackRock, of Mike Novogratz, of Cathie Wood, of every big name in the crypto space. Michael Saylor is effectively a wolf in sheep's clothing, in my opinion. Now, while these people do have some very important insight, and they're not worth ignoring, because in the same case as the sheep, we must occasionally listen to the farmer in order to stay safe out there, we do also need to take all this advice with a pinch of salt. And how does the sheep react when it's told to do something? Well, when the dog comes into the field, the sheep becomes scared, it starts running around and panicking. In the case of crypto investors, when someone tells them something they don't like, they tend to just say that it's complete rubbish and they just go and run away and go and look at stuff that they do like. They go to their happy place. Now, if we just run to our happy place all the time and we're emotional and we're driven by the emotions, well, we are easily manipulated and we will behave like a sheep does. So how do we avoid this? So how do I know this is true? Well, guys, I will make a video from time to time about a subject, a particular cryptocurrency, and I'll give my opinion on what I think is going on. And I read Twitter posts and I see other people's opinions on the other posts that are put out there. I saw an incredible tweet from Alex Wasey over on Twitter discussing the future of Bitcoin and how Ethereum could potentially flip it in the future. And whilst this is just one opinion, you saw people down below saying that this was not even worth reading, it was complete rubbish, blah blah blah. Now, that's because it doesn't agree with their confirmation bias. They've been told over and over again that Bitcoin is the be-all and end-all, and for the years into the future that Bitcoin will one day be worth millions of dollars and they will be able to make lots of money from that. Who told them that it was going to be worth millions of dollars, I wonder? How many times have they seen Cathie Wood and BlackRock and Michael Saylor and everyone they want to hear from because they're going to tell them they're going to make money, tell them that Bitcoin's going to be worth that much money one day? I'm not saying that Bitcoin won't be worth that much money one day. I'm just saying that you have to be very cautious of just believing one story that fits with the narrative that suits what you want to hear because it makes you feel good about the investment that you've got involved in. Because I'll tell you what doesn't make you feel good is that when you hear at the top of the markets, JP Morgan telling you that Bitcoin's going to go to 300k and the next day seeing Bitcoin falling 40 to 50%. And that happened. And it's happened multiple times, and it will happen again because the farmer and the dog will continue to manipulate the sheep. So how do you stop becoming a sheep? So guys, stick with me. If you are drifting off, then get back on track. If you feel the need to write a mean comment down below, then I'm not stopping you. But, if it doesn't suit with what you want to hear, then perhaps you're just being a sheep. Now, as a non-reactive sheep, as a wolf in the wolf pack, now I like to think of myself as a wolf because I've been a sheep and I know that as a sheep I got wrecked. So I now have to act like a cool, calm wolf. What does a wolf do, I wonder? Well, the wolf still takes advice from the farmer, but the wolf knows what the farmer wants to do and can start behaving along in lines with the farmer. Not a wolf, dog, I guess, but you know what I mean. And the wolf belongs as part of a pack, a wolf pack. The wolf pack is significantly smaller than the number of sheep, but that's fine because not everyone in this space is going to make money. For me to make money in crypto, someone has to lose. For you to make money in crypto, same story. If you buy Bitcoin at $1,000 and it goes to $69,000, you had to sell it to someone at $69,000. And that person is absolutely wrecked right now, sitting down at 30k or whatever you're at today. But the wolf, along with the other wolves, can dictate when they want to be able to take profit. And if you want to take information from both the sheep and the farmer, then you should be subscribed to my channel and join the wolf pack that we can become together. Because I don't believe that I know everything in crypto, not for 1 minute. Every time I read something, whether I think it's good or bad, I have to take a little inner look at myself and wonder, is this just fighting my confirmation bias? That's maybe why I don't want to read it. Am I just reading that news article that's telling me that Bitcoin's going to go to $1 million? Because if it happens, then maybe I can pay off my mortgage, maybe I can pay off my car, maybe I can take that girl out to the date that I can't afford at the moment, or whatever it might be. If you're driving these stories in your head all the time, well, you're just behaving a bit like a sheep, and I'm sorry, because that probably stings a bit. Now, there is a way to overcome this. You can start to listen to information. Now, I'm not telling you to ignore those news articles or those YouTube channels that make you feel good, because from time to time, they do have some very good, important things to say, and from time to time, my YouTube channel hopefully will make you feel good as well. But I'm telling you to be a little bit less emotionally involved. Every time I make a video on something and I get all these little nasty mean comments because people are going to unsubscribe because I tell them not to buy a cryptocurrency right now, or that this coin wasn't going to be able to go as big as they wanted it to go. I don't care, guys, because everyone out there has a different opinion. If I was really that upset about it, I just wouldn't make videos because, no one's going to be completely happy with what I got to say all the time. So while we're looking through this information, we must continue to look at every side of the story. We must take more time and effort to understand the narratives of what is going on and not just jump in emotionally to projects because they sound good or because my favorite YouTuber is talking about them. You want to be questioning everything. If I'm telling you that I'm buying right now into Hbar, I'm buying right now into XLM, or whatever coin I'm saying I'm buying, you should not be listening 100% to what I've got to say. I need you to take that information and be able to work with that information that I've given you to go and find out and challenge me on that. The more you take that approach, the more you're going to succeed in this market, because this is not a market for sheep, guys. This is a dog-eat-dog world. And the more you can get along and understand that, the safer you're going to be in here. Just jumping into a space like a complete sheep, you're going to get absolutely destroyed in these markets. And I promise you that. Now, guys, hopefully that's enough analogy for you to last for a little while. And I hope you enjoyed what I had to say in this video in a slightly different tone from everything else out there. Now, you've heard of the Andrew Tates talking about the Matrix, and you've heard of everyone else talking about non-player characters, and this is just a video game. Guys, stop being a non-player character. Start to educate yourself, start to get involved more in the space, and if you are willing to start sharing information and learning and being able to drive forward and become a wolf, then I want you to join my Telegram, which is linked down below in the description, which is specifically a non-sheep environment, or at least training people to not be sheep and moving them in towards the wolf pack. I hope you enjoyed that video, guys. If you did, do me a favor, hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.